While developing TypeScript applications, we use types all the time. Depending on the use case, we use the appropriate form of a type. Some of the basic types in TypeScript are booleans, numbers, strings, arrays, tuples, enums, the any type, the union types, and many more. These are some of the types that we are going to be looking at today. So let's dive in. Boolean. The Boolean type helps us specify either a true or a false value. So we can create a Boolean type, let my Boolean Boolean equals true. In this code, we annotate the Boolean type after the variable name. The colon in the middle separates the variable name and our type. This is the TypeScript syntax that we use to annotate variable types. When we have a variable with the type of Boolean, we can't assign any other type to it. For example, if we try and assign a number to this variable, we would get a compile time error. Numbers. Numbers in TypeScript are of type number. In TypeScript, we have 64-bit floating point numbers, and that means that we can assign numbers with decimals to a variable without any problem. And unlike other languages such as C# or Java, we know that they have integer, floats, or long. We don't have that in TypeScript, but as of version 3.2, we also have the big int type of number. And if you want to see more about the big int, please watch this video in the top right corner where I have a section on big ints. TypeScript also supports a number literals as hex, binary, and octal. So let's create a let number of type number equals 500, and we can create a hex version of it, a binary version, and an octal version. So all of these variables here are basically the same value of 500. Strings. To create a string type in TypeScript, we can do something like this. Let's have a variable of name and assign the string type to it equals to John. We can use single quotations or double quotations if we want. Both versions will work. TypeScript also supports template literals. They were previously known as template string. Now this is not particularly a TypeScript feature, but rather than it is a JavaScript feature. TypeScript is good because we can use these template literals, and if we want to transpile down to a older version of JavaScript, you will see in the code that instead of template literals, the transpiled version uses string concatenations. We can create the template literals with a backtick, and you can also include expressions by using the $sign and curly braces. As an example here, we can say hello John, and we will pass the variable name of John inside these curly braces here. When we run this, we will get what we expected, which is hello John. Arrays. In TypeScript, you can work with arrays in the same way as you would in JavaScript, but to create a type array in TypeScript, you can use the square bracket pairs. So let's create a string array type. We can have a const names here, and we'll set the type to array of string. So we use the square brackets here to indicate that this is an array. But beside this way, TypeScript offers us another way to define arrays, and that is with the generic array class. The way we do that is, for example, we can use the same const names, and we can set the type of an array, and now with the greater than and less than symbols, we can pass the array type inside there, which in our case it's a string. There's nothing wrong by using either of these methods. They're just both correct and they will work as expected. It is just a matter of personal preference. Tuples. Now tuples are very similar to arrays, but they have basically different types. Let's imagine that you're making a request to a server, and the server will respond with some data and in a format of an array with two elements, which first element would be the ID of type number, and that will be separated with a comma with the second element, for example the name, which is type string. So let's create a tuple. In this tuple, we're gonna have a number and a string, just like in our example, and we'll assign the value of ID of 1 and the name of John. Now, if we try to assign a Boolean value to the first element in the array, we would get an error telling us that the type should be only number. Enums. Enums are a collection of related values that can be of numeric or string values. Enums are a TypeScript concept. They don't exist in JavaScript. So let's go ahead and create an enum. Let's create an enum traffic light and pass in the members red, amber, and green. By default, this enum has numbers starting from 0 onwards. So the red member will be 0, amber will be 1, and green will be 2. Let's lock number 1, and you can see that we get the amber in console. We can also set a starting number if we want the enums to start from 3 onwards. For that, we can set the red member to equal 3. Now let's try and log that, and as you can see, we get undefined because we are using the number 1. but if we add the number 4, we will get the amber as a result. Besides this, we can also set all numbers explicitly. So to access a value of enum, we can either use the numbers or the member name. Let's see how we can do that. If we want to get the member name, we can just say traffic light of 5 and we'll get green as a result. And if we want to get the number 5, we can do the opposite and say traffic light dot member green and we'll get 5 as a result. So you can think of enums as a set of helpful names for numbers. The anytype. If you want to have dynamic behavior of JavaScript in your TypeScript, then you can use the anytype. What this does is basically tells TypeScript not to do any checking for the existing members of this type. So basically we can use the anytype for code that cannot be evaluated at compile time, but for all other cases we should always prefer to use a specific type as opposed to the anytype. With the anytype, unfortunately, we won't get the benefit of all of the tooling support that TypeScript provides. Also, when we create functions, its parameters will always be implicitly any type, unless we specify otherwise or unless we use the no implicit any flag with the value of false. If you're using a framework such as Angular, you'll see this behavior where you don't get errors for function parameters. But if we set the no implicit any mode to true, then we get the error thrown during development time. So again, the any type might be useful if you are migrating big JavaScript code to TypeScript, but otherwise try to avoid using the any type. Union types. Sometimes we might have a scenario where we need a variable to store different types, and unlike the any type, we can specify what types should be used using a union type. Union types are a combination of multiple types, and we separate those types with a pipe. So let's see how we can create a union type if we have a variable called isCancel, and that will be used to do some cancellation in our application, but we would like this variable to take values true and false and also string of yes and no. Then you can do something like this. We can set the type to Boolean and separate it with a pipe, and then the second type would be of type string. So if we try and assign a number to this variable, we'll get an error. In which case, to fix this, we can either use a Boolean type or we can use a string. That is all for basic types in TypeScript. There are a couple of more types you can check on your own if you would like. Those are the void, the never, and an interface, but for some of them we'll cover them in the upcoming video. So make sure you're subscribed if you want to follow along with these sessions. Thanks everybody for watching. I hope you learned something new today. Hope you enjoyed. Post your comments, questions, and suggestions down below, and I'll see you in the next one.